Ha. You can't hit me. Come on. Huh. Hey. You're playing dirty.
No.
Fortunately, I had the foresight to wear body armor. Haha. It's fine. Come at me again.
A. Why am I so worried about him? Could it be that I...
Hey!
A.
What's going on? He's impervious to swords and spears.
What the hell? I don't believe you're invulnerable to blades and guns. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Ha. Ha. How about that, Jia Cheng? I'm not done playing yet.
Huh.
Pride comes before a fall. An arrogant person will surely face disaster. Jia Cheng, you've lost all face, haven't you?
The film was
It won't matter what you use.
And narrated by M. Media.
Hit here.
Does it work or not? Yeah.
Jia Cheng, you want to make me unable to have children.
Where are you running?
If you can't do it, just admit defeat. Fool.
No way. I can't hold on any longer. If this keeps up, I'll definitely be beaten to death. Marrying the princess is a small matter, but my life is a big one. Wait a minute. I concede.
You want to give up? I'll finish you off today. You'll die by my hand.
You're playing dirty.
Stop.
Princess. I'm fine.
Are you all right?
I win.
Don't get cocky.
Your Majesty, your humble servant has won.
Good. I hereby declare the victor of this arena contest is...
Your Majesty, Hu Yifan violated the rules. By using a weapon from outside the arena, his victory was unfairly obtained and cannot be counted.
When did I use a weapon from outside the arena?
That dark iron. That iron rod, what is it?
You mean this? This is just something I use for massage. I use it to tap and rub. It's quite comfortable.
Let's not even talk about whether someone tampered with the weapon allocation. Let's just say Hu Yifan was able to knock you unconscious. That's not because of the weapon, but because of his own skill.
Indeed, the princess has a keen eye. Perhaps we should ask General Zhao to try and see if he can injure anyone with this object. Give it a try.
Don't come near me.
Haha. You're still no match for me. Haha.
Regardless, this object is not from within the arena. Your use of it is a violation of the rules. Therefore, I should be declared the winner.
General Zhao, if lying down makes one the winner, and standing up makes one the loser, wouldn't you call that turning black and white upside down?
You're not worthy to argue with me. I ask His Majesty to make a wise judgment on this matter.
Regarding this matter, Jiao Cheng did indeed fall in the arena, and Hu Yifan did indeed use a weapon from outside the arena. In my opinion, this match should be considered a draw. No victor, no loser. Do you have any objections?
I have no objections.
I'll let you off the hook this time.
Your Majesty, I have something to say.
Jiao Cheng, speak your mind.
Although Hu Yifan and I didn't reach a conclusion this time, the matter of Princess Chenggen's marriage is a matter of our Hua nation's honor. To become the prince consort, one must present 10,000 taels of gold. Such a generous dowry is required.
That makes sense.
That's it. I am the son of the Prime Minister. It's a piece of cake for me. No problem.
My child, our family has been ruined by you. There really isn't 10,000 taels of gold.
Father, am I really that much of a spendthrift?
Your Majesty, since it is I, your daughter, who is choosing a husband, shouldn't it be? According to my standards, I don't seek betrothal gifts or a prestigious family. I only value character.
Princess, you can't say that. You, as the esteemed princess of Hua country, your marriage concerns the fate of the nation. How can you be so willful?
Chang'an, what General Jiao said before was my oversight. While great martial prowess is good, strong financial resources are beneficial to both the country and you. Yifan, you may leave now. I'm a little tired.
Your Majesty, what you just said. To express my resolve to marry Princess Chang'an, I have
The film
decided,
was
within 1 month,
translated
to
and
present to your
narrated
Majesty
by
10,000
Media.
taels of gold as a betrothal gift.
Do you know how much 10,000 taels of gold is? Even if you bankrupted the Hu family, you wouldn't be able to produce 10,000 taels in front of His Majesty. How can you just say such things?
What? Are you worried about me? Are you afraid that I won't be able to marry you?
I just can't stand that Zhao Cheng.
I will make sure that Zhao Cheng loses all face. Don't worry, my wife.
Hey, are you alright?
I'm fine now. Haha.
At a time like this, you're still being frivolous. I'd like to see how you'll come up with those 10,000 taels of gold.
In a month. Just you wait and see. No problem.
I really don't know what you're talking about.
Your Majesty, here are 20,000 taels of gold. 10,000 taels is for the princess's bride price. The other 10,000 taels is a gift for your Majesty. As the ruler of all under heaven, how can you not have your own personal funds?
Ha ha ha. Not bad. You are better at this than your father. Truly remarkable.
So your Majesty, about my marriage to the princess, so
Since you've brought the betrothal gift as promised, 10,000 taels of gold, then I naturally must fulfill my promise.
Your Majesty, with all due respect, Hu Yifan and Princess Chang'an are not a good match. This matter must not proceed.
General Zhao, when did my marriage become your concern? When did it become your place to interfere?
Your Highness, it's not that I want to interfere, but your status is so esteemed. You are the face of Hua. Your consort is also the consort of Hua. I must be cautious.
you can be cautious. But why are you being cautious about me? In terms of martial arts, I'm not inferior to you. In terms of money making, I've already gathered 10,000 taels of gold. What other tricks do you have up your sleeve?
I admit, you have some unconventional skills, but what I'm about to say next, you definitely don't have.
General Jiao, what you're referring to is
Literary talent. Everyone in the capital knows. Hu Yifan has been foolish and impetuous since childhood. He can't even recite the 3-character classic, a children's primer. Such an illiterate person. How can he be the consort of Hua?
Indeed, it is somewhat inappropriate.
How dare you say I'm illiterate? Do you think the poems I memorized in school were for nothing? Your Majesty, since General Zhao is expressing his disagreement, then I am willing to compete with him, whether it's writing poems or composing lyrics. I accept the challenge.
I am a military general. Even if you best me, it's not a big deal. Your Majesty, I dare to request someone to enter the court.
Granted.
Lady Liu, enter the court.
Liu Ryan.
Liu Ryan.
Greet you all.
You a eunuch. What are you looking at?
This Lady Liu Ruyan is a courtesan from Fenken Court, renowned for her beauty and talent. Not only is her dancing graceful, but she is also very accomplished in poetry.
Oh, so you mean
I believe it would be best to have Hu Yifan and Lady Liu compete. Your Majesty can be the judge, regardless of whether Hu Yifan wins or loses. It will be a good story in the capital.
This is a good idea. This is a very good idea. Hey ha ha.
If you lose to a courtesan this time, I think you should have no face to mention marrying the princess again.
Naturally.
Now, in the heart of March, 2 people using Spring Day as your theme. Right here. Each compose a poem.
Spring Day.
There are so many good poems about spring. Which great poet's work should I use to crush this Liu Yu? Poor girl. You look quite fair. But alas, you're about to be utterly defeated by me.
Miss Liu seems to have thought of a good line. Then please, lead us off.
I wouldn't dare to lead us off. Just consider this a humble offering, to inspire greater works. The sun lingers the landscape fair. Spring breezes carry floral scent in the air. Mud-melt swallows take flight. Sans warm mandarin ducks sleep through the night.
Good indeed. Mud-melt swallows take flight. Sans warm mandarin ducks sleep through the night. It vividly portrays the revitalized ecosystem of springtime so vividly. Oh dear. Miss Liu is truly a rare beauty and talent. A remarkable woman.
Truly a fine piece of work. Comparable to a timeless classic. Haha.
Even the emperor praises Miss Liu so highly. Hu Yifan, it seems you're destined to lose. Why don't you just admit defeat with the meager amount of ink in your belly?
The film
I'm
was
afraid you're only
translated
capable
and
of reciting a few
narrated by
nursery rhymes.
Media.
General Zhao. Don't underestimate him. Don't judge a book by its cover. How do you know who Yifan is still the same naive country bumpkin he once was?
As expected, the princess has a keen eye. While Miss Liu's poem is certainly good, I believe my poem is also quite good. Keep boasting.
You really think I believe you?
You don't believe me.
I'd be a fool to believe you.
What if even Miss Liu praises my poem? What then?
If that happens, I'll even call you Grandpa.
It's a deal. Listen closely. Jade green branches a tree standing tall. 10,000 green silk ribbons fall. Who could have crafted these fine leaves with such skill? The March spring breeze like scissors with a thrill.
How is this possible? Who could have crafted these fine leaves with such skill? The March spring breeze like scissors with a thrill. Such a vivid and fitting description. And so unexpected. Oh, it's truly marvelous. Master Hu's poem is sure to become a timeless classic. Master Hu, you are a true genius.
It seems to be quite good indeed.
So Miss Liu, you mean my poem is well written?
A timeless masterpiece.
General Zhao, start calling.
Call what? Before His Majesty. Don't be silly.
I'm being silly. You were the one who said it just now. Everyone heard you. As long as Miss Liu praises my poem, you'll call me Grandpa in front of His Majesty. Breaking a promise is akin to deceiving the emperor.
Fine. I'll call you Grandpa.
I think I'd better not. I could never give birth to a fine son like your father.
You.
All right. Both of you settle down. We're still in the middle of a literary competition, in my opinion. This first round, Miss Liu, Hu Yifan's poetry is exceptionally brilliant. Why don't we call it a draw?
My cheapskate father-in-law is trying to muddy the waters again. No way. We must have a quick decision. Otherwise, the next topics, I still might not. Your Majesty. Just now this humble minister was suddenly struck by inspiration and came up with many poems about spring. May I present them for everyone's appreciation?
Very well. Recite them for us.
Good rain knows its season, when spring is about to arrive. Silently it descends with the wind at night, nourishing all things without a sound.
Excellent poem.
Like rain on heavenly street as fine as mist, a tinge of green on the grass, the scene up close. North of Gushan Temple, west of Jia Pavilion. The water's surface newly calm, here and there early orioles vie for warm branches. A profusion of blossoms nearly blinding. Like grass, I love best to stroll east of the lake never tiring, beneath green willows a white sand dike. Last year on this day within these very gates, spring was at its finest, far surpassing the smoky willows filling the imperial palace.
Young master, you are a poet sage descended from heaven. Ru Yan humbly admits defeat. I implore you, master, accept me as your student. Take me as your disciple.
Miss Liu, you think this is?
Young master whose poetic talent is extraordinary, I'm afraid. He's the foremost poet of our time. I'm sorry, General Zhao. I'm simply no match for young master Hu. Because every line he writes can be considered An immortal masterpiece. I'm not even worthy to carry his shoes.
Is he truly that good?
This humble woman dares to stake her life. That young master whose poetry, once it spreads, will surely astound the literary world.
All right. Since that's the case, the outcome of this competition is quite clear. Congratulations to Hu Yifan on his victory. As agreed, I will grant him marriage with Chenggen on the 15th of this month. It is an auspicious day. You two shall be wed on that day.
Yes. I can't believe I actually married a princess and became an imperial son-in-law. Life, truly, anything is possible. My wife. It's getting late. Why don't we retire early?
What are you doing?
Haven't we completed the wedding ceremony? Naturally, we must do what husband and wife ought to do.
Don't even think about it.
But
I married you.
The film was
To honor
translated
the
and
promise you
narrated
made when
by
you
M.
saved
Media.
my mother's life. From now on, I will not share a bed with you.
married, and still so disobedient. I'll deal with
By order of the Emperor, noble consort Zhao is critically ill. Summon the imperial son-in-law, Hu Yifan, enter the palace to treat her illness.
Are you kidding me? I'm the imperial son-in-law, not a family doctor. What random person deserves my medical treatment?
In the harem, everyone knows this noble consort Zhao is the apple of the Emperor's eye. So as soon as she fell ill, the Emperor sent me to invite your imperial son-in-law to come out of retirement.
Noble consort Z, what illness does she have?
Haven't you called the imperial physician? I don't know. Noble consort Zhao has only been complaining of leg pain. She can't get out of bed. Don't even mention it. That bunch from the imperial hospital, those old geezers, can't even figure out the cause of noble consort Zhao's illness. I don't know what they're good for. What are they even there for?
But eunuch, when it comes to medical skills, I'm not that proficient. I'm at best a second-rate quack.
Oh, no matter how many knives you have, a knife that can cut vegetables is a good knife. Come with me to the palace.
Z Gaifei. Eunuch. I'm afraid this isn't quite right. The noble consort's ailment is in her leg. As the imperial son-in-law, I am afraid it's not convenient for me to examine it.
Imperial son-in-law, don't be afraid. As they say, illness knows no propriety. Just hurry up and treat her.
Yes, imperial son-in-law, please treat the noble consort as soon as possible. Diagnose the noble consort. I still have some important matters to attend to, so I'll take my leave.
Imperial son-in-law. Come quickly and help me take a look. My leg, what's wrong with it? Whenever it's cloudy and rainy, it hurts terribly.
You just said, whenever it rains, your leg hurts.
Yes. Take a look for me. My leg, what's wrong with it? I'm not possessed, am I?
It has nothing to
The
do
film
with
was
being possessed.
translated
Your
and
Highness,
narrated by
your
M.
illness.
Media.
I can cure it. Actually, your illness is called rheumatoid arthritis. Only by following my foot massage technique for a period of time will your illness gradually improve.
Wow. Your technique is so unique. Pressing on my feet. Although it's very painful, it's also very comfortable. So amazing.
I saw your Highness's feet are so tender, so I didn't dare to use too much force. Of course, it would definitely be more comfortable.
Right.
I will have you cut to pieces. 2 people.
Your Majesty.
Your Majesty,
Hu Yifan, why did you put consort Zhao's feet in your arms? Do you intend to take advantage of my beloved concubine?
Your Majesty. What are you talking about? The Imperial son-in-law is treating my illness.
yes, your Majesty, didn't you ask me to treat consort Z?
Cure the disease. Treatment is treatment, but 2 people shouldn't be so intimate.
Your Majesty, I am not taking advantage of consort Z. This is just a treatment method.
What kind of method is this? Unheard of.
Actually, it's like this. Consort Zhao's illness is actually called rheumatoid arthritis, and my foot massage technique is intended to press the acupoints on the solace of her feet to open up the acupoints in her legs. If you don't believe me, you can ask consort Z if she feels much better.
My dear, how do you feel now?
Your Majesty. My legs don't hurt anymore. The imperial son-in-law's method is truly effective.
Imperial son-in-law. It seems much better. So my dear concubine's illness, I'll leave it to you. In view of your meritorious medical service, I reward you with royal jade liquor.
What? What's royal jade liquor? Isn't that just ergwo too, mixed with plain bold water? My cheapskate father-in-law is really stingy. Your Majesty, since the noble consort's leg has almost fully recovered, I shall take my leave.
All right, you may leave.
What's the noble consort trying to do? Is she trying to seduce me? Other people transmigrate and end up in harems. I transmigrated into loneliness. Think in courtyard. Liu Ryan, the girl who matched poems with me last time, is here. I'll go see her.
Welcome, sir. Long time no see.
Well. If it isn't the imperial son-in-law, what brings you to Fankin Courtyard today?
You know me. Do you know me?
Imperial son-in-law. Don't you remember, before you became the imperial son-in-law? Which brothel in the capital didn't you frequent?
This original host was quite the playboy. Things are different now. You can't tell anyone. I came here okay.
Understood, imperial son-in-law. Are you buying out the whole place again today?
I'm here to see Miss Ryan.
Young master, it's been over a month since we last met. Have you come to guide this humble woman in poetry again?
Who'd bother with that stuff? I greatly admired your talent last time. I heard you sell your body but not your art, so I came to meet you.
Young master, do you know me? Young master, you got your wish and married the princess of this country. Now you still have to come out.
Don't mention it.
Young master, do you have any worries? Might as well say it. Although I can't help much, I can also help relieve your worries.
It's no big deal. I, the dignified imperial son-in-law, the son of the prime minister. What worries could I have?
That's true. Young master who has a prominent family background and is so talented. Even if
The film
there are
was
some unsatisfactory
translated
things,
and
you can
narrated by
certainly resolve them easily. I'll toast you, young master.
Cheers.
May I ask, young master, about your poetry and prose? Do you have any exclusive secrets you could share?
5 flower steed. 1,000 gold for coat. Call my boat to trade them for fine wine. To drown with you. The eternal sorrow.
As expected of the young master, your poetic talent is truly unmatched in the world. You can just casually recite a timeless masterpiece.
Just so easy. Ha ha ha.
I think you're drunk. Why don't you stay the night here? Tonight. Come. I'll help you to rest.
Oh dear. My head is so dizzy.
Young master?
Ryan, it's not good. The Emperor is here. He specifically asked for you to accompany him.
The Emperor is here.
If my cheap father-in-law finds out I'm here, then I'm in trouble. No. I have to go.
It's too late. Let's hide first.
Okay, let's hide first. This tiny place. Where can I hide?
Eunuch Liu, you just wait. At the door. Yes.
What should we do?
Miss Ryan, how has your health been lately?
Your Majesty, my body is weak. I cannot rise to greet you. Please forgive me.
If you're not feeling well, just lie down. Since we last met, I have been thinking about you. So today, I came to see you.
Thank you for your grace, Your Majesty. Ryan has nothing to repay you with. If it weren't for my illness today, I would definitely drink and chat with Your Majesty tonight. Unfortunately, it will have to be another day.
No need for another day. You don't know this, but my imperial son-in-law is a skilled physician. If he comes, he can surely cure your illness. I'll have summon the imperial son-in-law.
How did I get dragged into this? Don't call him. Otherwise our secret will be revealed.
Eunuch Liu.
Your Majesty, please listen to me. Your Majesty, have you considered that if the imperial son-in-law comes and sees you here with me, it might tarnish your good name?
That makes sense.
Your Majesty, I suddenly feel much better. Why don't we sit down and have a drink?
Drink? A couple of drinks wouldn't be bad.
Let's go for a drink. Miss Liu, you are truly brilliant. Haha.
Your Majesty, I have an idea. Let's play a game.
All right. What do you have in mind?
I want to blindfold Your Majesty and play hide and seek. How about it?
Hide and seek. Ha ha ha. Very well.
Your Majesty, you can start now.
Little Ryan. I'm coming.
The film
Little
was
Ryan,
translated
where
and
are you?
narrated by M Media.
Little Ryan. I've caught you.
Oh, Your Majesty, you're so annoying. That doesn't count. Let's do it again.
Oh. Little Ryan, your coquettishness makes my bones melt. It must be an illusion. I thought I was feeling a washboard.
Your Majesty, you're terrible. Those are my ribs.
You were touching my ribs just now. Then now, I'm going to touch.
This old pervert.
Oh no. The princess is coming. She's about to come upstairs. Why is she here? Is
the imperial son-in-law here with you? Hand him over to me at once. If you dare to hide him, I will have this place shut down immediately.
Oh, my dear princess. He really isn't here.
Don't lie to me. My men clearly saw him enter the Fengchun court. Watch me find him.
Oh, princess. Princess, he really isn't here.
Cheng came to check on the imperial son-in-law. And they found me out. This is a travesty. What am I gonna do?
Your Majesty, then you best be off.
Hu Yifan, get out here.
Your Majesty, the princess is coming.
What should we do? I'd best hide under the table.
Your Majesty, you can't.
Fancy meeting you here, Your Majesty.
What are you doing here?
Oh, it's a long story.
husband. Is he here with you?
Your Highness. I don't know what you're talking about.
You're hiding him, aren't you?
My reputation is ruined because of you.
Evening, wifey. Youth. Found me. Ha ha ha.
Good. Good, my foot. Knew I'd find you here. I'll castrate you.
That hurts.
You're in for it when we get home.
Your Majesty.
Good thing this lad's quick-witted. Otherwise, I'd have been exposed.
Shameless. How dare you go to a brothel? Behind my back. Tell me, did you sleep with that Liu Ruyan?
That's impossible. Miss Liu Ryan sells her art, not her body. Everyone in the capital knows that. I just went to unwind.
Unwind? You go to a brothel to unwind. Do you realize? This disgraces me.
Do you even realize our nominal marriage is torture for me? You're giving me the silent treatment.
What silent treatment? Don't give me that nonsense. Since you dared to go to a brothel, I'll punish
The film
you
was
by making you copy
translated
the Dara
and
teaching
narrated
100
by
times.
M Media.
No way. And I'll make you sing Conquer on your knees.
Are you going to copy it or not?
No.
Not copying it. Fine, let's go to the palace and ask His Majesty to judge.
Fine by me. I'll report you for domestic abuse. How? Your Majesty. You must help me. The princess. She abused me.
You,
Get up. What are you doing?
Your Majesty. Hu Yufan went to a brothel behind my back. Doesn't that disrespect the royal family in my sight?
Your Majesty, I just, with Miss Liu Ryan, compared poetry. Purely for learning. Is there anything wrong with that? You need to help me resolve this quickly. Otherwise,
Chengnan, this is where you are wrong. Liu Ryan, although she lives in a pleasure district, but as far as I know, she has always been virtuous. She definitely wouldn't do anything improper with the imperial son-in-law.
Your Majesty is wise.
But when I went to find him, he was hiding under the table. If he wasn't guilty, why would he hide under the table?
Who says hiding under the table? At that time, Your Majesty.
Chengnan, this hiding under the table doesn't necessarily mean anything. Perhaps the imperial son-in-law was afraid you would misunderstand. Men, you see, having a few wives and concubines is a common occurrence. Occasionally visiting a brothel, as long as he doesn't do anything excessive, is understandable.
Your Majesty is a wise ruler.
Your Majesty, I am your daughter. Why are you so biased towards him?
Chengnan, this is where you are wrong. You are my Hua Nation's god of war, it's true. But now that you are married, you should obey your husband. How can you just lay your hands on the imperial son-in-law? Look, how badly you beat him.
Or did I not hit you hard enough?
All right, TO people, stop it. Hurry back. I have to go back to sleep. This night has been quite the ordeal.
Princess, sometimes, I really don't understand. If you don't like me and won't let me touch you, then why do you care what I do outside?
No way. You are nominally still my husband. If this gets out, it will disgrace me.
Then you making a big fuss about dragging me out of Fenken court isn't disgraceful to you,
You.
wife? How about this? Anyway, you won't consummate our marriage with me, and the emperor says there's nothing wrong with me. So from now on, let's not interfere with each other.
Okay. Since you go out to find women, then from today onwards, I will also go out to find men. No, I'm not just looking for one. I'm looking for two. Oh no, looking for three.
You've got quite the appetite.
What do you mean?
How about I help you? Pull some strings.
What does pulling strings mean?
Pulling strings means I'll introduce you to some men. One the blacksmith at the end of the alley, tall and strong. If that doesn't work then, Little Lee the tailor, tail-faced. 100% fresh meat. And if that doesn't work then, Boss Cow from the opera troupe. Skilled in both the literary and martial arts.
Shameless. Pushing your own wife onto others. I think you just need a good beating.
I can't live like this anymore. You're a violent maniac. I'm leaving. I'm leaving, all right.
If you've got the guts, don't come back.
How did things get to this point?
I am man of 7 feet. I am actually being beaten by that tigress at home. This is truly a man's shame. Huh. I don't think I deserve to live in this world.
Young master, you mustn't say such things. Others may not know, but I know very well that young master is not
Film was
henpecked.
translated
It's
and
also not that you
narrated by M.
lack masculine
Media.
energy, but that you cherish the fair sex and can't bear to hurt her highness. Young master, you are a man of great love.
I feel that in this world you are the one who truly understands me. Alas, life is unpredictable. I regret not meeting you before I married.
Young master, what do you mean by that? Could it be that you have feelings for me?
Miss Liu, you are beautiful and talented. What man wouldn't be moved? Especially me, a mere mortal.
Young master, don't say that. Honestly, the first time I met you, I was captivated by your talent. If young master doesn't mind my background, not disdaining my humble origins, then I will be yours from now on.
How could I possibly mind your background? You are like a lotus in the lake. You rise from the mud but are not stained. You are washed by the clear ripples but are not seductive. You stand tall and pure.
Young master. I don't know when you will come to me again.
I need to recuperate. You drained me dry last night.
You're terrible. Teasing me again.
Princess, it's bad. The Shang army is attacking.
Eunuch Liu, not disdaining my humble origins.
Reporting to Your Highness, the Shang nation's army recently has successively conquered several cities. On our Hua nation's border, they are now aiming for the capital. If we cannot repel them, our dynasty is in grave danger.
How could this happen?
Your Highness, you must come with me at once. His Majesty has sent to invite you and the princess to the palace to discuss countermeasures. Any delay could jeopardize everything.
Your Majesty, the Shang nation's invasion of our Hua nation has resulted in rape and plunder and wanton slaughter. Retaliate. Wherever they go, our Hua nation's army will, to avenge our people and quell their hatred. Your Majesty, as the ancient said, a true man must know when to yield and when to stand firm. Our dynasty is now in turmoil. Our situation precarious. Peace is preferable to war. Let us gather our strength and fight another day. Are you suggesting that we abandon the city seized by the Shang nation? Just let them be. The art of war states that a skilled warrior does not fixate on individual cities or towns. This is only temporary. We will eventually reclaim them.
Fifth brother. Armchair strategizing is easy, but actual warfare is a different matter entirely. If the cities fall completely under enemy control, reclaiming them will be exceedingly difficult.
Alas, our treasury is empty. We simply lack the funds for war. How can we fight?
Does Your Majesty mean that if we had the money, we could fight?
With sufficient funds, our glorious Hua nation would never tolerate such foreign aggression.
If I were to secure the funds, would Your Majesty permit the princess to lead our troops?
Naturally. However, can you truly raise the necessary funds? This is no small sum.
If Your Majesty instructs the Ministry of Revenue to cooperate with me, I can raise 1 million taels of gold within a month. Surely 1 million is enough to repel the Shang army.
In that case, do you dare to make a military pledge? If you fail to raise 1 million taels of gold within a month, you will commit suicide before His Majesty. Furthermore, the princess will relinquish her military command. Fifth brother, you're going too far.
It's nothing. A military pledge can be made. If I raise the military funds, then Fifth Imperial Highness, shouldn't you make a gesture as well?
What do you want to do with me?
What can I do with you? I'm just a lowly imperial son-in-law. What can I do to you? Fifth Imperial Highness, I simply have a small request. If I, by some miracle, raise the military funds, I hope Fifth Imperial Highness will respectfully pour a cup of tea for the second prince and the eldest princess. Pour a cup of tea.
Audacious, you dare to humiliate me so.
Fifth brother. How can this be considered humiliating you?
translated
Your second
and
brother and I
narrated
are
by
both
M
older than
Media.
you. You pouring us a cup of tea isn't a big deal, is it?
Right, fifth brother. Compared to the survival of the nation, this small sacrifice is something you're unwilling to do. Besides, the Fuma might not even win. Fine. Then it's settled. I'd like to see if you can raise this much money within a month.
How am I supposed to raise this much funding? None of your concern. Just you watch. Would eunuch you please bring me taper and brush? I will make a military pledge.
Once a military pledge is made, it cannot be changed. You're being too rash today.
Don't worry. I've already thought of a plan.
What plan?
It's quite simple actually. Issue treasury bonds. Gentlemen of the capital, your chance to get rich has arrived. Everyone come take a look. Those of you with spare money can buy treasury bonds. Low risk guaranteed. And, most importantly, after a year, 100 when becomes 120 when. Much better than burying it in the ground.
Really? Isn't this just lending you money? What guarantee is there?
Well said, sir. Indeed it is. Lending us money. But we represent the imperial court. After a year, the money we return comes from the court's fiscal revenue, with the treasury as guarantee. Are you still worried we won't be able to repay? Right?
Can we really lend out 100 and get back 120?
Of course. With the imperial court backing us, how can it not be reliable?
Will this scheme of yours work, Your Highness?
I hope so. He's gambling his entire life on this.
Take a look. Every day, I'm only selling 50,000 taels worth. First come first served. You'll miss out if you're late.
Let's see what kind of trouble you can stir up. It seems this plan isn't very effective.
1 month later, if you can't raise the military funds, your life will be forfeit.
Don't worry yet. I have a backup plan. I need you to find me some soldiers. Dress them in civilian clothes.
I'll buy 5 taels.
You're a civilian. What weapon do you have? Go, go, go. Don't just stand there. Come on.
I'll buy 10 taels. 30 taels for me. Hurry up. You'll miss out if you're late.
Buy as much as you can. It'll be worth a lot more next year. Money. Really 20%. Hey you all, come take a look too.
Your Majesty, the consort has raised 1 million taels of gold using treasury bonds. It's all here. With your command, the princess can lead the army to war.
Now that we have sufficient funds, this war will be a sure victory. Tomorrow to people. We'll lead the troops to battle.
Yes,
Your Majesty, your son,
Fifth Prince. You naturally have more important matters to attend to. Do you remember your promise? As long as I raise the military funds, you would pour tea for the second prince and Princess Chenin. Pour the tea.
you.
Fifth Prince, do I need to teach you the meaning of keeping your word?
I obey, father. Damn. Hu Yifan. How dare he scheme against me like this? His heart is filled with treachery. Your Highness, you simply Poured tea. For the second prince and Princess Chang'an. Why are you so angry? Why are you so angry? Can't you see Hu Yifan's treacherous ambitions? He wants the entire court to know that I've lowered my head before the second prince. I've lost the drive to compete with him for the throne. With that drive gone, who will support me in the future when I contend for the throne? Who will support me? This Hu Yifan. He's so cunning. Huh. I underestimated him before. But now, I must eliminate him. Do you know his recent travel plans? He should be going to the treasury
film was
tomorrow to check the
translated
accounts.
and
But every time he goes
narrated
out,
by
he doesn't like to
Media.
take servants with him. This is a good opportunity to strike. Good. Then it's fate. I will kill him tomorrow.
I'll let you all taste what a dimensional reduction strike is.
What happened? You're injured. Who did this?
Assassins ambushed me. You're not safe around me. Go back to the palace and stay for a few days.
That's serious.
I was on my way back when I ran into assassins. This clearly means someone is targeting me.
Who is so bold as to assassinate my husband?
Husband. You finally admitted you're my wife.
This is hardly the time for jokes.
What I've been doing lately has involved a lot of people. You're not safe with me. By the way, I have something for you.
What is it?
Put it on quickly.
What is this?
Today I fought Zhao Cheng. I seemed invulnerable, but it was all thanks to this.
Is this armor?
Pretty much. You call it armor. I call it a bulletproof vest. Put it on, and go stay at the palace for a few days. You'll be safe there.
What about you?
I'll go to the palace with you. You still won't be free from danger.
You should wear this thing. I'm highly skilled in martial arts. I don't need it. You, on the other hand, I thought you were invincible. Now it seems you're just a frail scholar.
You're the woman, you wear it.
Oh, come on. Just wear it.
I told you to wear it, so wear it.
See? I told you it suited you better. Wait here. I'll go get some medicine for your wound. It stings a bit. Just bear with it.
It's all right. If you apply it like that, I'd be willing to take a few more arrows.
I'll turn you into a pincushion. I should just stab you to death. I've thought about this. I can't just leave you and go. We're married now. How can I leave you, my husband, home alone? I'd like to see who's bold enough to try and assassinate my man.
You don't have to risk your life with me. I'm a man. I should be the one standing in front of you, protecting you. Of course. I should also be on top of you. And on top of you.
What are you saying?
Don't leave tonight.
I still don't know your sneaky thoughts.
Ha ha ha.
A little further inside.
You figured it out.
I'm here to protect you. Don't wait until really makes one feel like a pincushion. I'm the dignified princess of who? A young widow. It would be a laughingstock if word got out.
Then you sleep inside. It's safer inside.
I told you, I'm here to protect you. You sleep inside.
Oh come on, don't be stubborn. This isn't a game.
No need. Since I was little, I've always been the one protecting others.
Silly. It's different now.
The film was
You're married.
translated and
You should
narrated
be protected by
M
others.
Media.
Annoying.
You really are here to protect me.
Why are you looking at me?
I'm looking at my wife. Is there a problem?
You pest. Always bullying me.
Good. Tonight I'll properly bully you.
Wait.
What is it now?
Blow out the candles.
All right. My wife, I'm coming.
You bunch of useless fools. You can't even kill a single Huyafan. I should just kill you all. Get out. Yes. Your Highness. After this assassination attempt, Huyafan will definitely be on guard, trying to assassinate him again. I'm afraid it won't work. I naturally know that. I will let Huyafan and the second prince know. That provoking me will have dire consequences. Just you wait. I still have many methods to deal with them. Then your highness, what should I do next? I'm worried that Huyafan and the princess will suspect me. Now that you mention it, you've reminded me. There is indeed something you must do. Come closer. Let me tell you. Please speak, your highness. If it weren't for your reminder, I almost overlooked this hidden danger you pose. To prevent you from betraying me in the future, I will now send you on your way. Go in peace. Dying by my hand is also your good fortune. As long as you're dead, they won't be able to trace it back to me. I'm completely loyal to you. I'm sorry. I only trust the loyalty of dead men, because dead men can't talk.
Aya. I feel completely drained.
I never thought this matter between a man and a woman could be so enjoyable.
I see you've developed a taste for it, haven't you?
Shut up.
All right, it's getting late. The sun's already high in the sky. If the servants see us, they'll laugh at us.
Laugh? Who would dare laugh at us? Why don't we have the servants bring breakfast to the room? In a bit, I'll have the servants prepare a few nourishing dishes for you.
Don't tell me you still want.
Are you failing me already?
Hey, my temper. Failing is the one word a man can't stand to hear. Today I'll show you whether I'm failing or not. Let your husband daddle you for another 300 rounds. Ha ha ha. Is this the legendary Gapmo? You've practically forced me to become a 10 times a night man. A.
Husband, can I discuss something with you? I want
The storm to rage even harder. Huh. Out of the frying pan and into the fire.
What are you talking about?
Oh. Nothing. Nothing at all. I was just babbling.
The
I
film
didn't
was
sleep well last night.
translated
A little
and
muddled.
narrated by
My
M
lord.
Media.
It's been a while. Since you last visited me, is it? Like they say, you don't cherish what you have.
Of course not. I'm not that kind of scoundrel.
Scoundrel. What's that? Is it coal slag?
Scoundrel means a heartless man.
I didn't mean it like that. You are a deeply affectionate man. I can feel it.
Good that you know. Lately I've been so busy. I haven't had a moment to spare. Don't worry. When I'm less busy, I'll come see you more.
That's good. Actually, lately, I've had some things troubling me deeply.
What is it? Tell me, I'll help you solve it.
I'm afraid this matter is difficult even for you to resolve.
What is it exactly? Tell me about it.
All right? You know, the Emperor favors me greatly. Since his last visit, he's come 2 more times.
My dear father-in-law. Still harboring those wicked thoughts, are we?
Young master, you mustn't speak so disrespectfully. He is the Emperor after all. If someone were to overhear, you'd be in grave danger.
Don't worry. I won't speak carelessly in front of outsiders. But this emperor, he truly is detestable. He already has his 3 palaces and 6 courtyards, 72 concubines, and yet he still covets my woman.
Although, I enjoy the Emperor's favor. I'm like a bird in a cage. Even if I were to be with you, young master, I would still live in fear. Furthermore, the Imperial Palace is as deep as the sea. If one day my affair with the Emperor were to be discovered, then I would certainly meet a terrible end.
You're right. If this continues, it will surely drag you into this mess. I must find a way to make the Emperor give up on me.
But young master, you are also the Emperor's subject. What can you possibly do?
Don't worry. Leave it to me.
Young master, it's still early. Would you like me to serve you again?
Please leave me be. Your Highness, you summoned me today because you're feeling unwell again. Is your arthritis acting up?
My arthritis isn't acting up. But lately, I've been feeling a bit under the weather. I've been feeling rather listless. I was hoping you could give me a foot massage.
I see. That's easy enough. Actually, Your Highness, I know an even more amazing massage technique. Would you like to try it?
Oh, is that so? How amazing is it?
After I massage you, I guarantee you'll feel completely relaxed, utterly blissful.
Really? Then hurry up and try it. I can't wait.
For this massage, I'll need to be on Your Highness's bed. Would Your Highness permit this?
Well, you're doing it for my health. There's nothing I wouldn't permit. Come on then. Young people, they're just different. Full of vim and vigor. This time I truly am in a state of ecstasy.
The ancients spoke true. 30 like a vol, 40 like a tiger indeed.
Why are you saying anything? What are you thinking about?
I'm thinking, if His Majesty were to find out about our affair, it would certainly bring fatal consequences.
Don't worry. The people on my side have all grown up with me since
The
childhood.
film was translated
They absolutely will not
and
commit any
narrated
act of
by
betrayal.
M Media.
Our affair won't reach the Emperor's ears.
Then I'm relieved.
You should come often from now on. I'll tell His Majesty, but you'll come every 5 days to treat my body.
Every 5 days. Isn't that too frequent?
How is that frequent? To be honest, His Majesty is old and frail, and lately he's become fickle. These past 2 years, I've been living like a widow. If it weren't for meeting you, I would have lost the will to live.
I can come see you more often, but I also have a condition.
What condition? Tell me. Is it jewels? Or beautiful women?
Does Your Grace think I am a greedy and lustful person?
Whether you're greedy for money, I don't know. but you are certainly lustful.
You know me well, Your Grace. Actually, I don't want anything. I just want Your Grace to do me a favor.
Will this anger His Majesty?
Don't worry. You're just borrowing a knife to kill. His Majesty won't blame you.
Alright. I'll help you this once.
Come, consort Ryan. Have another drink with me.
Yes, Your Majesty?
Consort Ryan, I'm a little drunk. Help me to your bed. To rest for a while.
Since Your Majesty wishes to rest, I'll go and call Eunuch Liu. Let Eunuch Liu attend to Your Majesty.
I don't want Eunuch Liu. I want you.
But
Do you want to defy my decree?
this servant wouldn't dare. Then let me help you to rest.
Ryan, do you know how much I've longed for you?
Your Majesty, you seem to be in good spirits.
Why are you here?
Your Majesty, you are the ruler of a nation. How can you be so reckless? Coming to a place like Finken Court, also with the courtesans of the Pleasure District, entangled in unclear relations.
Your Majesty, you are unaware. This matter arose entirely because of me. His Majesty cannot be blamed.
Imperial son-in-law. How is this matter related to you?
Your Majesty, you are unaware. The Emperor's presence here is not in fact as you think.
What do you mean? Could it be His Majesty did not come here for a secret meeting with Liu Ryan?
No. The one who had a secret meeting with Miss Liu Ryu was I. After our poetry contest, Miss Liu and I were deeply drawn to each other's talent. From then on, we fell in love with each other. From that time onward, we have frequently met in secret.
Then what does this have to do with His Majesty? What does this have to do with His Majesty?
I am, after all, Princess Chang'an's husband. His Majesty inadvertently learned of my affair with Miss Ryan, and worried that I was frequenting pleasure houses and neglecting the princess, came to earnestly advise me.
Then how did His Majesty end up in Liu Ryan's bed?
This is truly a misunderstanding. His Majesty's arrival moved me deeply. So we sat down and had a few drinks. Unexpectedly, His Majesty's tolerance for alcohol was low. After a few drinks, he became intoxicated. So, I asked Miss Ryan to escort His Majesty to the bed to rest, while I went to find someone to escort His Majesty back to the palace. Unexpectedly, you all barged in.
When we pushed the door open, why was Liu Ryan also in the bed?
Your Majesty, it is because just now, when the door was suddenly burst open, I was startled. So, I fell onto the bed.
Indeed.
The
You
film was
barged in
translated
so abruptly,
and narrated
anyone
by
would be
M
startled.
Media.
Could things really be such a coincidence?
It is just such a coincidence.
Shameless. Lying so righteously. In that case, I'll play along with you to the end. Good. In that case, then Your Majesty, please, do us a favor. Your Majesty, please, grant the Imperial son-in-law and Liu Ryan a marriage.
Preposterous. Hu Yifan is Chang'an's husband. How could I possibly arrange for him to take a concubine? This would be utterly improper.
Why would it be improper? It's common for men to have multiple wives and concubines. Naturally, the Imperial son-in-law can also take a concubine.
However, Chang'an might not agree.
Since when does a man need his wife's permission to take a concubine? You have 3,000 beauties in my harem. Did I ask for your permission?
Well, in any case, I believe this matter requires further discussion.
Could it be that Your Majesty still has feelings for Liu Ryan?
Didn't the Imperial son-in-law say they were deeply in love It's them. Why would I still have feelings for her? Wouldn't that be immoral?
In that case, Your Majesty, please. Grant Liu Ryan to the Imperial son-in-law as a concubine.
Your Majesty, let these lovers finally be together.
Why are you adding to the chaos?
Oh, Your Majesty. The Imperial son-in-law and Liu Ryan are a talented man and beautiful woman, clearly in love. Please grant them their wish. This way, it can be considered a beautiful tale of a talented scholar and a beautiful woman. What a wonderful thing.
All right, I'll grant your request. I bestow Liu Ryan upon Hu Yifan.
Liu Ryan, Imperial son-in-law. You should thank His Majesty.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
I don't agree to this.
But this is His Majesty's decree. I can't defy the imperial edict.
I don't care. Get Liu Ruyan out of here. She cannot be your concubine.
She's already here. How can I send her away now? Don't worry. You are still the wife. I won't be biased.
Yes, sister. I will serve you well.
I don't need your service. This household has plenty of servants. We don't need you.
How can you speak like that? Since Ryan is brought into our home, that is, the master of this house, not some servant.
Now you start speaking up for her.
No. I'm just telling the truth.
I don't care. Are you going to kick her out or not?
Young master, the princess really can't accept my sister. Then I'll leave.
Don't go. Since the princess doesn't accept you, that means she doesn't accept me. If we don't appear before her, that's it. Come with me.
Come back here.
I won't go back unless you accept Liu Ryu.
No way.
Then I won't come back. From now on, this is your home.
Wherever young master is, that's my home.
You just settle in. As for the princess, she come around after a while.
Hu Yifan, get out here.
Never mind her.
Hu Yifan, are you coming out with me or not?
Princess, is there something you need? We want to rest.
Tonight, are you going to sleep with her?
What else? She's the concubine His Majesty bestowed upon me. Of course I'm sleeping with her. It's perfectly reasonable.
But I don't agree.
You don't agree. What does that have to do with me? That's my right.
Hu Yifan, how could you? I misjudged you. You're a
The film
heartless,
was
ungrateful
translated
wretch.
and narrated by
From this
M
day
Media.
forward, we're through.
Sister, wait.
I'm not waiting. Do you expect me to watch two people put on a live erotic show?
Hey, what you're saying is not right.
What did I say wrong?
We can also put on a live erotic show for her.
What nonsense are you talking about?
I'm serious. Actually, sharing a bed could be quite fun.
Like hell, I'll share a bed with you. Let go of me.
Tonight, without me beside you, will you be able to sleep? You might have a new sister, but that doesn't mean I won't care for you anymore. Besides, you sisters can look after each other. Wouldn't that be even better?
Yes, sister. I will serve you well from now on. I'll work tirelessly.
Huh. You make it sound like I'm going to bully you.
That's not what I meant.
Forget it. You look so pitiful. Stay here for now. But if later on, I find you trying to trick me, I'll throw you out at any moment.
Yes. Sister understands.
You all sleep well. I'm leaving.
Hey,
What are you doing?
leaving where to? We agreed to share a large quilt.